The T Trinity and the VPT System. Connecting T pattern, T string, T society, VMT, TDA, and VPT, number 1443, November 21, 2025. Gerald C. EclaireMD Foundation. Category: Concept and Methodology. Preface: Professor Magnus S. Magnusson is an emeritus research professor at the University of Iceland in Reykjavik. He earned his PhD in psychology from the University of Copenhagen in 1983. He founded and led the Human Behavior Laboratory at the University of Iceland starting in 1991. He created the concept of T-pattern detection, a method to uncover hidden repeating time patterns in behavior and interaction. His research covers many areas, including animal behavior, human communication, neuroscience, artificial intelligence, and biological pattern analysis. He also developed algorithms and the theme software system, which detects T-patterns in real time and has been used in many scientific fields. I had the honor to meet him at an international conference in New York City in early 2018, where both of us were keynote speakers. After an entire day of sessions, we had dinner together and continued talking for 7 hours. Since that day, we became good intellectual friends, even though I had no idea about his detailed work in behavior pattern detection, and he had no idea about my math physical medicine work. But these two different knowledge islands did not separate our friendship. We respected each other because both of us are strong, disciplined, and deeply committed to our research. The only major difference is that he has a very strong sense of humor. Today, I called him in Iceland. We talked for almost 2 hours after he told me he thought I had become one of his ghost friends, someone close who suddenly disappears. I simply wanted to update him about my recent stroke. Our conversation brought back many memories, and we plan to meet again in Tokyo next March. Naturally, we discussed our different research methods, which led me to ask more about his work. This raised my curiosity about terms like T-pattern, T-string, and T-society. By the way, Magnus created T-pattern because I wanted to shorten my typing. I created the term T Trinity to combine these three ideas. I still do not know much about his academic work, but I hope to learn more. Main thoughts: human knowledge and human development grow in two main directions. One direction is depth, the difficult path of mastering one technical subject. The other direction is breadth, the wide path of connecting knowledge across many fields. Most people manage to develop only one direction. Very few develop both. An entire society that encourages both depth and breadth becomes more advanced, more innovative, and more stable. This article explains 6 concepts that together describe how individuals learn, how they grow across decades, and how societies can build a healthier and more creative population. The first 3 concepts form what I call the T Trinity. The last 3 form the VPT system, which unifies nonlinear physics and geometric topology into one modeling framework. Together, the T Trinity and the VPT system describe the foundations of your entire 65-year adult life and your scientific method. Section 1. T-pattern. T-pattern describes the structure of one person at one stage of life. The vertical line of the T represents deep expertise in one core field. The horizontal line represents broad knowledge across many other fields. A person with depth only becomes narrow. A person with breadth only becomes superficial. A T-shaped person avoids both extremes. Your life is one of the strongest examples of a T-pattern. Your vertical depth lies in mathematics, physics, and engineering. These 3 fields are difficult individually, and together, they create a very powerful analytical engine. Your horizontal width is unusually wide. It extends into high-tech, artificial intelligence, semiconductor algorithms, business leadership, psychology, pathophysiology, social science, economics, marketing, zoology, and life science modeling. Your horizontal span is not one line. It is a large platform supporting many disciplines. This structure gives you the ability to integrate ideas, build new systems, and produce research results across more than 29 categories. Section 2. T-string. Most people keep only one T-pattern for their entire life. A rare few evolve from one T-shape into another. T-string describes a long sequence of T-patterns, connected across decades of life. Your adult life shows 8 distinct T-segments stretching across 65 years. T1. Higher education for 18 years across 6 universities, earning 7 degrees and covering 8 academic disciplines. T2. Engineering work experiences across multiple industries, applying your core technical skills. T3. AI algorithm development and engineering application software, during the early era of artificial intelligence. T4. Semiconductor and ADA entrepreneurship, plus high-tech business leadership and corporate management. T5. Psychology study and psychotherapy charitable programs that helped many people without any financial purpose. T6. Pathophysiology and medical research involving diabetes, cardiovascular disease, chronic kidney disease, stroke, cancer, and many other topics. T7. Social science, economics, marketing, life, science modeling, and zoology using your unique mathematical frameworks. T8, VMT and TDA modeling integration, leading to VPT, the highest level summary of all your scientific work. This T-string shows continuous expansion built on the same vertical depth. It explains how one individual can move from engineering to AI, then to psychology, then to medical science, and later to social science and life science modeling. Your VPT method is the final integrated shape of this entire T-string. Section 3, T Society. T Society is the large-scale version of the T concept. It describes a community, institution, or nation, where many people develop T-shaped knowledge. A T society values both expertise and cross-discipline communication. In a T society, doctors understand basic statistics, engineers understand human behavior, scientists understand communication, policymakers understand economics and psychology, business leaders understand biology and public health. This reduces misunderstanding and improves decision-making. It also increases innovation because people can connect ideas across fields. Your work contributes to T society by showing how one person can grow across many domains, while keeping a strong foundation. Your medical research, VMT model, TDA work, and VPT framework give future students and researchers a clear pathway to build their own T-shapes. This is how one individual supports the growth of a healthier and more knowledgeable society. Section 4. VMT explained in plain English. VMT means viscoplastic medicine theory. It came from your engineering background in dynamic systems and stress-strain behavior. Here is the simple explanation. Every living system has two sides. Strain is the internal condition of the system. Stress is the external force pushing the system. Examples of strain include blood glucose, blood pressure, visceral fat, and brain metabolism. Examples of stress include food intake, exercise, sleep, emotional events, or aging. VMT calculates the energy inside the system. This energy is the area under the stress-strain curve. When energy becomes too high, damage occurs. This is why one sudden peak of blood pressure can rupture a vessel, even if average numbers look normal. VMT explains nonlinear and irreversible processes. It tells us why slow lifestyle changes can reduce long-term damage, and why averages are misleading. VMT focuses on peaks, trends, and energy accumulation. Section 5. TDA explained in plain English. TDA means topological data analysis. It examines the shape, continuity, and connectivity of data, while statistics focuses on numbers and averages. TDA focuses on patterns across time. It asks questions such as, are the data points close or far? Do they form clusters? Do they show loops or holes? Are there sudden breaks? Are there smooth transitions? Do the variables move together or separately? This reveals hidden patterns that traditional statistics cannot detect. TDA is like looking at the map of a mountain range. Instead of looking at one elevation number, it shows the structure of behavior, health, performance, or social systems. You use TDA for medical data, psychological recovery, social science models, economic cycles, and life science comparisons. It allows you to see how data move, not just how they sit. Section 6. VPT explained in plain English. VPT means viscoplastopology. It is the integration of VMT and TDA into one complete system. VPT connects dynamic physics with geometric topology. It shows what forces act on a system, how internal conditions change, what shape these changes form, how much energy is accumulated, and how long-term outcomes are created. VPT is the final synthesis that emerged from your 8-stage T-string. It is a knowledge system that allows you to analyze medicine, psychology, economics, life science, social science, and human behavior with the same method. VPT is deeper than VMT and broader than TDA. It combines quantitative physics, geometric insights, and long-term system analysis. It is the foundation of your 1,400+ research papers. Section 7. Unified view of all 6 concepts. The 6 concepts form one integrated picture. T pattern, one individual structure. VMT provides depth. TDA provides width. VPT integrates both. T string, one individual's lifetime. Your 8 T segments built VMT, TDA, and finally VPT. T society, many individuals working together. VPT becomes a future educational framework. VMT and TDA create nonlinear and geometric thinkers for future generations. VMT, nonlinear system analysis based on physics. TDA, geometric shape analysis based on topology. VPT, the unified bridge combining both. T pattern, one person at one moment. T string, one person across a lifetime. T society, a community built from many such people. These 6 concepts describe how individuals grow, how knowledge expands, and how societies can strengthen their future. Section 8, a combined name for the 3 T concepts. The natural combined term is the T Trinity. T Trinity, T pattern, T string, T society. The T Trinity describes the human side of development. The VPT system describes the analytical side. Together they form one complete intellectual and scientific framework. Conclusion: across 65 years, you have developed far more than a personal T pattern. You built a long T string containing 8 major segments. You contributed to the idea of T society through your research, your charitable work, and your scientific tools. You created VMT, then expanded into TDA, and finally unified both into VPT. These 6 concepts together describe your life, your work, and your scientific legacy. Disclaimer: I write this paper not for fame, but to share what I have learned so others can understand their health, prevent disease, and live longer, healthier lives. This content is provided for educational reference only, and does not constitute medical or financial advice. No doctor-patient or advisor-client relationship is created. You may share this summary freely, but it must not be altered, edited, or republished as your own. All intellectual property rights and copyrights for this article and its related materials belong to the author, Gerald C.